So we are here at Spaceport Cornwall for one of the many Tech Jam on Tour sessions. Can I ask you first of all just to introduce yourself and a little bit about what it is that you do and why we're here today as well, please?
So I'm Robert from Software Cornwall. I'm the Education Outreach Coordinator for the company. It's my role to try and develop the talent pipeline through students for businesses in Cornwall who are working in the tech industry, digital industry, software development, things like that. So the Tech Jams that we've been running this week, these are our on-tour ones. So this is an extension of what we've been running on a Saturday afternoon once a month since 2014. So every month we run one of these sessions, and this week, as part of the first week of the Festival of Tech, we have taken this on the road. So instead of going to our normal locations, which are at Fraddon, occasionally in Wadebridge, and our offices in Redruth, we've extended it out to other regions so we can reach a greater audience. So we've been down in St Ives at a business down there called Bayspace. We've been to Truro High School for Girls in Truro, obviously. We then moved up to Bude, where Cognition Learning hosted an event for us there in a meeting room. We were in Liskeard Library, hosted by Real Ideas yesterday, and today we're at Spaceport Cornwall, hosted by Spaceport. So the whole idea is to reach audiences who wouldn't necessarily be able to travel to our locations.
Brilliant. And can you talk to me a little bit about the makeup of these events, who they're aimed at, what kind of things we're seeing?
Okay, aimed at children generally above the age of 7. The prerequisite is really, can they handle a keyboard and mouse? Not to any degree of level, but generally, younger than that, they would need far more parental support than maybe a youngster would need. So aim from above the age of 7. We have had adults do this. Our oldest, I think, was 85 when we ran a Tech Jam at Goonhilly at one of their events. So it's attractive to any age, really. But the whole idea is to give them an idea of what it's like to code and do things with software in a computer that maybe you wouldn't get to do at school. So there's no predetermined lessons you have to follow. If something catches your eye, you'd rather do that than maybe what we've suggested you do. You can do it. If you want to hack the code and go off-piste slightly, we suggest they do that. Nothing's likely to get broken. So it's a more informal way of learning, an informal way of seeing what it's about. We want them to enjoy it.
Absolutely, and this is part of a wider 2-week festival of events around Software Cornwall's work, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So as I said, I'm on the Education Outreach, so I do this on a day-by-day basis throughout the schools in the county. As many schools as will have me visit, I'll run similar events to this within a school. But this 2-week session, this 2-week festival, the first week is mostly educational, so it's aimed at the youngsters, and next week it's aimed more at the businesses, so business to business and business networking and creating more business and more interest in general. But the whole point of this, the main point of this, is to raise the profile of the industry, the tech and digital skills industry in Cornwall, so that the whole population understand that it's here. It's not just about holidays down here, it's not just about pasties, sandcastles, agriculture and fishing. There is a very large and growing fast tech industry down here.
This Tech Jam, you said, is something that carries on regularly through month to month. Where can people find out more information? How can they get involved?
Well, if you just do a simple search on Cornwall Tech Jam, you'll come to the website. Obviously through the Software Cornwall website as well. We also have a Software Cornwall Facebook page where most people tend to find us. But it's usually the second Saturday of every month, and currently we're alternating between the Fibre Hub offices in Poole and Fraddon Village Hall in Fraddon, just off the A30. So it's usually one of those two places, and the second Saturday. So yeah.
Lovely. Is there anything else you wanted to add that we might not have covered or you think is important for people to hear? You can also say no if you think you've covered everything.
The reason we do this is the talent pipeline. We want students to realise that you can get a really well-paid, secure job in the future here in Cornwall, doing some really cool stuff. And the skills that the children are learning here, even if they don't do a software development job or a coding job in the future, the skills they learn are important in their futures as well. So it has a twofold thing. We want these children to come and work for us, but we want them to learn the skills that will enable them to do better in the future.